Welcome to Tell the Truth Tuesdays. So, I wanted to come on here and speak to you guys. Um, it's been a week. It's definitely been a weekend. Last week has been a week. It's been a weekend. So many different situations I experience on a day-to-day basis with the amount of people that I have to deal with. So I want to come on here and I want to speak about today. How do I find my purpose? You know, the world is just moving. Everybody's just moving. Um, and often we're not even happy with the things that we're doing in day-to-day life. We're not happy with our living conditions. We're not happy with, could be a partner, a relationship. Um, we might not even be happy with living here in the state of New Jersey. Okay. But what I always tell people is you want to kind of figure out your purpose along the way. And I will tell you, there are people that find their purpose at 50 years old. There's some people that find their purpose in their 20s. There's others that might not find their purpose until their 40s. So we're all moving at a different pace in life. You ever heard the term, you got to be tired of being tired? I encounter so many people on a day-to-day basis. I mean, like in the field that I work in, you guys know I'm a mental health nurse practitioner, as well as in my regular life, right? And everybody's just moving fast. And I used to be one of those people a long time ago, where I just move fast, just trying to survive. But sometimes you got to take time and slow down. You got to take time and slow down. You got to evaluate your situation. We are all dealing with things, right? And we're dealing with them to a different capacity and level. Somebody might be dealing with a lot more than what you're dealing with, but we all have something that we're dealing with, right? Because nobody's perfect, right? So you got to sit down, you got to take your time, and you got to figure out, what do you want, right? What would make you feel less depressed, less anxious, right? What will fulfill you right now in life? That's what you have to stop. Sit down, write those things down. And then you got to start putting forward goals on how you can achieve these things, right? Another thing I want to talk about is our inner circle. You reached a point where you're tired of being tired, but your inner circle may not have. They might be okay with whatever their circumstance and situation is every day. They could be okay with that, right? But you've reached a point in life where you're not okay with that and you want better, right? You ever heard the term hang around like-minded people? So if the people you're hanging around is okay with what they have achieved, which could be minimal in life, and everybody's needs are different, but yet you feel like you're struggling and you're not okay with being at a standstill and you want to do better, you might want to let this be your sit still era. You get to yourself era. You start to evaluate era. You analyze era. You can't get to the next level doing the same things. That's number one. It's got to be a point in life where you got to be tired of being tired and start to separate yourself so that you can get to yourself and start to think about what moves you need to make to get to your goal, so that you don't wake up going to a job that you're not happy with every day. You're not waking up in a place, living in a place where you're not happy with every day, right? That's what you got to ask yourself. Even if you're in a relationship that you're not happy with, what's the purpose, right? You want to start to get to yourself and really sit down and analyze these things. So this is pretty much what, I tell people in my day-to-day life when I experience people struggling with different issues. My motto is I'm going to get rid of the issue before I allow the issue to take me down. That's my motto. And anybody know any little ounce about me along the way in life will know I've been through some things. But one good thing about me, I've always been able to separate myself from what it is that I feel that's dragging me down. I'll shake you before I allow you to pull me down. Okay? Whether it be a friendship, whether it be a relationship, it could even be a relative, a family member, right? So this is, it's hard to do, but it's very much doable. And these are definitely just day-to-day issues that we have to learn how to get a handle on, because a lot of times our external environment will affect our mental health. Our external environment will definitely affect our mental health. So if you have to free yourself from a relationship, if you have to free yourself from a friendship, you have to set boundaries. You have to set boundaries. You might even have to set boundaries with a child, with a sibling. You have to set boundaries so that you can keep your mental health protected. Right? And these are definitely some of the things that you need to work on to find your purpose. We are also given a gift. Everyone has a gift that they're given, whether you figured it out yet or not, but we all have a God-given talent, right? Some of us have a few, but we all were born with at least one. Tap into that talent. Tap into that gift. That gift could very well be a passion, your purpose. It's just that simple. When I first came into this field, I came into this field wanting to be a nurse midwife. 2 years into the field, I was introduced to mental health nursing. At that time, it was in the form of corrections. And I started slowly within the next year or two realizing that nurse midwifery was not something that I wanted to do anymore, that it was now mental health. Okay. So I've been going down this mental health journey for about 14 years now. Okay. So that just goes to show you that at the beginning, I started off knowing that I wanted to be in the nursing field, right? I knew that, but we all have different specialties. So I didn't have it correct right off. I thought nurse midwifery, I was interested in it, but it wasn't until I actually got deep into the field and mental health was introduced to me that I realized that I would love to help people every day, to be able to talk to people and, be able to help them get through things that are that they are dealing with in life. I realized that about 2 years into my field. So sometimes I say that to say this, sometimes you don't always get it right from the beginning, but taking time to get to know yourself, your likes, your tolerance, what you want what you want your everyday life to be like in the work field will help you understand your purpose. Everyone has a purpose. We're all put here for a reason, and everyone's purpose is different. Okay. Then I want to just touch bases on, you have those there that every time they see a new wave, they jump on a new wave, right? Whatever the wave is at the moment. you jump on a new wave. Let's say if the wave is being a cake baker. Now you're going to go figure out how you're going to learn how to be a cake baker. Leave that to the cake bakers. There's some people that were given that God-given gift to bake. They have the mindset, they have the hand for it. Leave that to the cake bakers. Okay? Just because you see it's a wave of people making an honest income off of cake baking, that doesn't mean you run and go be a cake baker. We have people like that. That just means you sit down and figure out what it is your passion. If you can figure out your passion, you can figure out your purpose, right? That's not saying we can't be multi-skilled. I'm a multi-skilled person, okay? Right? But that just says that you have to focus. Sometimes we're focusing on too many different things, right? And we got to steps. Focus on one thing first before you get to the next. Find your passion. If you find your passion, then you'll be able to find your purpose. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing. Okay? Focus in on figuring out your passion so you can get to your purpose.